Hello, welcome to Baldwins at 399 Strand. I'm Neil Paisley, Managing Director, and I'm joined by Dominic Chorney, Ancient Specialist. And today we are going to talk about how we would value a collection. So Dominic, we've got a cabinet here. Talk me through what's in here.
This came in about 2 or 3 weeks ago. We haven't really had a chance to go through it yet, but I thought it'd be a great opportunity to show the kind of thing we do. We're not going to go through the whole collection, and we've already filtered a few of the coins out here, but I thought it'd be fun to just take a tray out and we'll have a look at it. And we'll take you through what we do when we're valuing a collection.
Well, it sounds exciting.
Got a nice little tray here. Now the thing with coin collections is they're never uniform. There's always different values of coins and there's always different quality. Unless you have a really specific area that a collection focuses on, there's always going to be some variation. And what we can see here is a couple of ancient coins, a few British coins, and a couple of hammered coins as well. And what I really wanted to get across was the way that we separate out the coins when we get them in. So what we've done here is we've taken the majority of coins, which are really what we describe as bulk, and that can be sold in group lots, or it can be even scrapped in some cases, like these silver coins from the beginning of the 20th century. They have very little collectible value, but they do have their silver value. We've even got a couple of bits of currency here as well. But in this particular tray, we can see at the top the main coin that stands out, and that is an angel of Queen Elizabeth. So we would take that and we would put that amongst coins which we know are very high value and that we could put into an auction or sell ourselves.
And this would be the coin that I would value. It's a lovely Elizabeth angel, but we'll come back to this later.
Of course. There's also a couple of ancient coins which are high grade, but they're not actually as high value as the Elizabeth coin we've just looked at there. But I'll put those there as well because we can look at those later.
And again, that would be your speciality, Dominic.
Then we've got a couple of, we've got a Scottish coin and an English coin. These are worn, but they still have some collectible value. So they're the kind of thing you could still sell to a collector. So we put those in the sort of the mid-range section of this tray. And then at the bottom, we've got some modern silver. And we've got a world coin that's made of bronze, very little value, and a more modern, ex-currency piece. So what we've ended up with is some high-value coins at the top, some mid-range coins on the second row, and what we would describe as bulk in the bottom row. And then what we would do is we get into far more detail when it comes to actually valuing the individual coins. And Neil's going to have a chat about that right now.
As Dominic said, we've gone through it all. At first glance often, I have here a 1902 crown, which can quite often be very valuable. Unfortunately, it's been highly polished. I would assume it was a matte proof that somebody thinks looks dull and they thought, I'll shine this up. Unfortunately, it's killed the value, so it's probably not worth much more than its silver value, perhaps a little bit more. But going to the higher value coins, we have the Elizabeth I angel, which straight away it's valuable because it's gold. It's hammered from a distance, it's got great eye appeal, it's well struck. Looking closely, you can see the lines on the wings, the face is all there, the dragon's struck up, its mint mark is clear, Lombard decay. So that is a nice looking coin. At this point, I would now be beginning to think, are there any problems with it? And at this point is where I look under a loupe. So I'm having a look through, I'm looking for any dints on the edge, perhaps where it could have been mounted, any smoothing in the fields where it could have been tooled, but no, it looks, at first glance, it looks okay.
So if you were to put that into an auction, what do you think the estimate would be? Because of course, when you put something into an auction catalogue, you need to have a rough idea of the valuation so that you can convert that into an estimate that people can then bid.
Yeah, so at this point, I will give it a grade. Looking at the wear, which is very minimal, it looks from a distance extremely fine. However, under a glass, there is parts where it's not fully struck up. I would say about extremely fine. If I didn't know the values, I would look for what similar examples are sold for in recent auctions. However, because I've had a number of these recently, I've sold a number, So in auction, I would probably estimate it around £3,000 to £4,000, and would perhaps start it around 2,600, but I would expect it to go for a lot more. That is a good coin.
So that's by far the best coin in the collection so far. But just because a coin isn't a huge value, it doesn't necessarily mean that it isn't collectible. So we've got two ancient coins next to this Elizabethan gold. We've got a silver drachma of Alexander, and we've got a silver denarius of the Roman Emperor Septimius Severus. Both of these coins are in extremely fine condition. We can tell that from here. And even though one is worth about £250 and the other probably a similar amount, because of their condition, they're still well worth including in a catalogue, purely because they're very desirable.
And would you have any fears that these could be forgeries, Dom?
No, I don't think so. They seem completely fine to me. We can see they both have nice patinas. We can see they've really toned, probably in this cabinet. They've got a nice cabinet toning, and we can see from the condition that they're completely genuine. But that's a real issue when it comes to ancient coins, is you have to be very, very careful with authenticity. Authenticity is, of course, the most important thing, followed by condition and then rarity. And it's those three things that we really take into account when we're valuing a collection.
So, of course, we've mentioned auction here in this video. However, we do also buy, as we have with this cabinet, and the process is completely the same in how we value them.
And we hope you found the video really interesting, a sort of behind-the-scenes look at how we value collections at Baldwins.